Hello, we are Aslan and Tanner Dixon. This is our little buddy Rudy, and we were so blessed to be able to use Paige and David as our wedding photographers. We initially chose Paige and David because Paige really took the time to get to know us first before making us sign any contracts or agreeing to anything, and through that coffee date we just knew that they were the right photographers for us. And then life happened, pandemic happened, and we had to postpone our wedding a year, and through that we were further reminded why we made the right choice in Paige and David, because they were so great through the whole process, through 4 date changes, and ultimately when we got to our big day on September 4th of this year, they helped everything run really smoothly, got our crazy wedding party to cooperate for photos, and we were really happy with our end product. Their product speaks for itself, but the 2 people that are behind the cameras are really making it all happen and are really awesome to work with. So we certainly appreciate them. We will be lifelong customers of theirs as our family develops through the years. But if you are looking for a photographer for weddings, senior portraits, anything, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, Paige and David were super accompanying of anything we threw at them, from our wedding party to our wonderful dog. They never said no. Took the reins and took control of everything on the wedding day. We started with a photographer and ended with 2 lifelong friends. So thanks, guys.
We hired our journey to start in a wedding photography and decide on someone was really challenging because it's such a memorable thing and really important, and it's hard to know exactly who to go with. But a friend recommended Paige, and from the very first conversation, Paige was just very energetic and flexible and responsive, and she really put our worries at ease, and she was super easy to work with.
And so after those conversations, obviously, during the big day, she showed up and was just over the moon about everything. She was as excited for our wedding as we were. And we couldn't have imagined when we first talked to Paige that this is how it would have all turned out. Like, we understood that she was very passionate about it, but she had every detail down. She knew better than we did, like the plan of how the day was going to progress and where we should be. And even if we were getting just a little bit behind, she's like, hey, just, speed things up a little bit, or we're going to get some shots over here. And she had everything organized. And when we would go inside, because it was a November wedding and it was a little bit chilly, so she would have us go inside to warm up, especially Maggie because of her dress. And she'd be outside trying to scope out a spot where the light hit just right in the grass, and she'd kind of stomp out the grass in an area. And it was one of the craziest experiences, at least for me, because I was just like, oh, we'll hire a wedding photographer. And it's not that at all. It's a complete experience with Paige, and you get so much more than you could possibly imagine. And we still have family that talk about how great the pictures turned out, and that could we get her information because they have thought about maybe contacting her to do pictures for her. And I'd
recommend her to anybody.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know it's a cliche to say, this person fulfilled your wildest expectations, but that's truly what Paige did. We didn't realize wedding photos could be that amazing, and they really are. So anyone, we would recommend Paige, Kufel Photography.
And we can't thank her enough still. Our day turned out perfect, and she definitely was a big factor in that. During the ceremony and everything, she got families together, and so it was a really cool dynamic too of having 2 photographers there, because she was with us on our party bus, and then the other photographer was able to be at the venue getting pictures that we didn't get to see.
Right.
So it was really cool to see those pictures later on and be like, oh, well, that was happening while we were out doing this.
Yeah.
And she was always game to try something new. If we were like, hey, especially for us, our dogs mean a lot to us. So we came back and got pictures with the dogs, and she was really willing to work with that and try to make the best of that too. So we can't say enough about Paige.
Thanks, Paige.
Thank you.
Hi, we're the Hurlbutts. We had couple photography shoot a couple important moments in our life, but the most important of those being our proposal and our wedding day.
So we decided to go with Paige and Dave because your wedding day is a big deal, and there are a lot of things that happen that you kind of have fly by, and there's a lot of stress and anxiety that goes with getting married and a lot of moments that you might not remember. However, they come in and they make everything so stress-free and fun, and they make it really a relaxed and comfortable time.
I'd say the most helpful part of the wedding planning process is that Paige and Dave actually sit down with you and kind of map out your timeline and make it super stress-free, like Jake said, and you just know that they have it all together on your wedding day, and you can really go through your day just stress-free, knowing that Couple Photography has everything in line and will get you the photos that you need to capture those special moments.
We really don't think you'll regret booking them.
So Paige and David first did our pictures in North Carolina when they started their business. So when we decided to do our vow renewal several years later, because we had never done an actual ceremony or anything like that, it only felt fitting that we had the two of them capture our day. They did absolutely amazing. They made sure all of the bridesmaids and groomsmen were comfortable. We weren't posed awkwardly, even though we are very awkward people. It felt very natural. We laughed the entire time. It was a very fun experience. We would hire them for everything if we could.
And we would definitely recommend Couple Photography to anyone. When we were going through our pictures, we found a lot that we had almost forgot about the moment, and somehow they were there to capture all the moments that you thought you might forget, and those are sometimes the best moments, and we were thoroughly thrilled with all of our pictures that we got back, and we enjoyed it.
You won't regret booking with them.